Hello everybody, my name is Krimsin, and listen, I know at the end of the Undertale video, I said I would be making a video on like Monster Hunter Wilds and Mickey 17 and like a bunch of the stuff I saw in March. That's gonna be just like a video where it's just gonna be like that stuff, and then stuff I like saw in April, because why not, it's easier. But anyways, you're probably wondering, why am I making a specific video on the Minecraft movie?
Flint and steel.
Because I want to. This is just something I want to make. I'm sorry, but this is just the way I am. I'm not like I don't have like a script here or anything. I'm like legit just playing Minecraft right now. And I'm breaking down spruce. I'm gonna go watch the Minecraft movie. I'm gonna come back and get my full thoughts. This is not gonna be like any other review I do, because like it's the Minecraft movie. It's the Minecraft movie. It's a very special occasion. I am very excited because I know this movie's gonna be bad. This movie's gonna be really bad, but I am genuinely looking forward. This is like the one movie this year in like the first like third of 2025 that I was like the most excited for. I swear I was not excited for any other movie in these first 4 months than this. I'm being 100% serious. Even Mickey 17, a movie that I was really wanting to see, like a movie that I thought would be really good, I was not anticipating it as much as this movie. And I'm going to see it in 50 minutes, and I'll come back and I'll give like my full like raw thoughts, because like I feel like that's the best way to discuss a movie like this. And like I said, this is gonna be a one-time thing. I'm not gonna do something like this again, where I'm just like talking about a movie immediately after I see it, just an unscripted video. And this is not gonna happen again, because there's never gonna be another movie quite like the Minecraft movie. But yeah, I'm gonna see the movie, be back, and I will tell y'all my thoughts on it. My raw, uncensored opinions. Yeah.
2 hours later.
Buddy, it's been 2 days since I watched the Minecraft movie. Welcome back, it's me, Krimsin. Welcome back to I Have Allergies. So yeah, I saw the Minecraft movie, and I have like a few notes that I took throughout the movie and like right after I saw it. So the whole thing about this not being like scripted beforehand, I was kind of lying, but like I was kind of not. So hey, I'm not totally in the wrong. So the Minecraft movie, basically everything I was hoping it would be and more. Because going into this movie, I think I said this before, but I knew that this movie was going to be bad. And yep, it really was bad. But I think I'd like short describe it as like the worst movie I've ever seen. And it's like kind of like the only way I really can describe it, because I don't know how else to describe it other than it was really, really bad. First thing I want to get out of the way, yes, the theater experience was amazing. The theater experience genuinely made this movie so much better than it had any right to be. I'm pretty sure most people are seeing like the whole thing on social media, people like getting up and cheering and fucking throwing their popcorn at the walls over like the funny meme lines. And honestly, yep, that definitely sure happened in my theater. I'll play a little clip of what happened in my theater.
Chicken jockey!
Yeah, that was basically every 5 minutes something like that was happening. Once again, something like that was happening every 5 minutes. It was genuine insanity. It made the movie so much better than it had any right to be. I love that in my specific audience, there was like a bunch of little kids. Obviously, there was a bunch of little kids. This was a Minecraft movie after all. Like, screaming, "Stop clapping! Stop clapping! Stop cheering!" It just made things so much more funny. Just hearing a bunch of little kids just baby raging. It got really bad in my theater. It didn't get as bad as a few of the other stories I've seen online of there being like people getting arrested or escorted out of the theater. But it did get really bad. At one point, halfway through the movie, I think it was during like the scene where Steve and what's his name started flying. The theater manager had to actually go into our theater because I guess people made noise complaints or made complaints that people were being super loud in our specific theater. It kind of reminds me of like the whole Barbie and Oppenheimer thing, or it's like watching the Barbie movie and Oppenheimer is like the next showing over. It's like the scene from Spider-Man 1 with Aunt May.
Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us.
And that was kind of what happened in our theater, and the guy just stood in there for the rest of the showing. I guess to kick people out if they continued to like do that. And no one really did that for most of the movie. Because Chicken Jockey still happened and it went by just fine. As you could see from the footage I provided. So yeah, theater experience was probably better than opening weekend Avengers Endgame in theater experience, and I don't think I'm joking. Like, there's times where I'm, like, obviously joking. I don't know if I'm joking here. I don't know if I'm being serious anymore. But yeah, outside of that, like, 10 out of 10 theater experience, like, critically, I'd give the movie, like, a 2 out of 10. It was really bad. It's almost as bad as my allergies right now. Huh. Fancy that. If I were to give this movie an unironic compliment, I'd say that the sets and the props look pretty good. Like unironically, they look great. There's an Enderman right there. Come at me. I need your Ender Pearl. Ender Pearl. Very coincidental that an Enderman showed up, considering what I'm about to say. Probably a bit later in this video. I just got reminded, Steve said that was the only Ender Pearl I had. Dude, I have like a batch of 16 Ender Pearls before I even get into the Nether usually. Like, get better, dude. Anyways, I thought the production design in this and like the props looked really good. Like, obviously, of course they would, because Minecraft is very simple design-wise. It's not really that complex, but for what they were, they looked pretty good. I have no criticisms when it comes to that. I think everything else in the movie is bad, though. Everything else in the Minecraft movie is absolutely awful. I thought that the visual effects looked decent. Like, if it's just like a static shot of an environment, like no people in it, or like an area, or like even the creatures themselves, they look good. But once you put in like another person, they just look so bad. Like, genuinely awful. Like, the lighting is very obviously different between the CGI and what is the green screen. You could tell that they're not even in the environments. It's abundantly clear that they're not even where they're supposed to be, and it just makes the movie 10 times funnier. I think it gets even worse with like the flying scene I mentioned earlier. It looks so bad there. But like the VFX of like the general like creatures and scenery, they look fine. It's just when they're paired with actual people in the shots, they look awful. And then another thing that I have written down here is the comedy. What comedy? I don't know. There was no comedy because this movie wasn't funny at all. I mean, at all is kind of mean. There were some moments that I thought were funny, like and I'm not even gonna bother with spoiler warnings because this is a Minecraft movie. I don't think anyone cares. Near the end of the movie, after they beat the big bad, there was like one moment where she continuously tries to like stab Jack Black as like a and I thought that was pretty funny. I thought that it was funny. And I did like the 25-minute long sex scene. That was funny as well. But yeah, the movie, and outside of like the ironically funny moments, like Jack Black just naming things from Minecraft, or not even the classic, as a child I yearned for the mines. Just normally a joke I think is funny, but I didn't find it that funny. Oh wait, no, there was one other really funny moment in the movie, and it's the whole subplot of Jennifer Coolidge's character basically falling in love with a villager. I thought that was really funny. And I wish they gave more time to it, because it was like the best part of the movie. It was the funniest part of the movie, and they gave no time to it. Outside of like three or four like 1 minute long scenes. I don't even know if I can even call it a subplot, because nothing happens in it. Oh yeah, I think that's where all of my compliments end, outside of like one thing I have towards the end. Next, let's talk about the dialogue. The dialogue was just god-awful. Fucking horrendous. Awful. Just, can I just keep saying awful? What are some synonyms for awful? I'm gonna bring up some synonyms for awful. Disgusting, nasty, terrible, very unpleasant, dreadful, ghastly, horrid, horrible, vile, foul, abomination, appalling, atrocious, horrendous. All words I can use to describe the dialogue in this movie. The dialogue is like 4 different like stages, and they are like all the same throughout the movie. It's either just name dropping things in Minecraft, pointless melodrama, stupid one-liners, and bad jokes. And sometimes we have scenes with all 3 of those things together, and it gets really annoying. And also there's like some lines that are like so painfully generic that I was like, no way they went for this. They unironically, you know, back when the FNAF movie was gonna come out and everyone was making fun of like how the dialogue might be awful with like, together we are FNAF. Remember that? They unironically did that, but completely straight. They played it completely straight. They were like, we're gonna mine, and then we'll craft. Let's Minecraft. I was like, what? Why? Why is there like dialogue for like literal infants in this movie? It's even weirder because they do say like hell, frick, crap, and ass in this movie. So I was like, why is like a bunch of like mild swears accompanying dialogue that a child could write? And I saw someone say in like a comment or whatever somewhere that if you pretend that it's basically just a 9-year-old playing with their Lego Minecraft sets, then it's excusable, then it makes sense. And honestly, with that mindset, it does actually kind of make sense. That is no excuse for them to say, for the characters to actually, like, no joke, say unalive. Yes, I'm being dead ass. They unironically said unalive in the movie. One of the characters said that. It was that piglin captain. I forgot his name. And I don't care. Check. I'll probably remember it. Oh shit, yeah, I just remembered it. The name of the piglin captain was General Chungus. Big Chungus has been outdated since 2019. We are in the big 2025, and you're still bringing up Big Chungus. This is like Screaming Goats. Why? Why do people keep doing this? They're not funny. It's not funny anymore. So stop it. Please. Like, no joke, I thought that the General Chungus guy was not, like, the worst. Like, he wasn't funny, but he wasn't awful either. Like, he could have been much more annoying, but I would have rather had no character, or just had like a silent character instead. Hey, speaking of characters, let's get to the characters. Okay, so I think that in terms of acting, I think Jack Black is whatever in this movie. He could be worse, but like he's not really giving a memorable performance. He's basically just playing like Jack Black is if he was Steve.
I am Steve.
No, you ain't!
That's literally it. That's literally all he's doing. Like, I could like that, but the thing is that they barely do anything with his character. He has, like, no character in this movie. In the beginning of the movie, they show, like, how he got to this Minecraft world, why his life sucks. And I thought this was, like, unironically the best part of the movie. The opening. The exposition dialogue. I joked with my cousin who I went to see this with, saying that the Lord of the Rings opening scene is shaking in their boots. But unironically, I think I was kind of mean when I said that, because it was like the best scene in the movie. It properly established Jack Black's character, or Steve. I'm just gonna call him Steve. It's shorter. It properly established Steve. That's at least something. The rest of this movie kind of doesn't do that, but I'll talk about that in a second. But I find it so, like, weird, like, how his reason for wanting to leave the real world is just, like, played off as a joke. When you could, like, have, like, something genuinely interesting, like, here's this guy who wants to escape his boring life and finds a way to do it. But no, this movie is just incapable of just throwing jokes at your face. Like, this is, like, I know a lot of people criticize Thor Love and Thunder for having way too many jokes. And I think that this movie is even worse. Because at least Thor Love and Thunder had a story. It at least had a plot. There were at least moments where it felt like it was, like, trying to have emotional moments. This movie doesn't try any of that, and it portrays everything as just a stupid joke. There's a dog. Do I have any bones on me? Fuck, I don't have any bones on me. I was gonna name him Dennis after the wolf that after Steve's. Anyways, like, I feel like they could have done something with that, you know? Like, it could have been something more than a joke. And what's even crazier to me is that Steve, near the end of the movie, when they're like, yeah, you can come home with us. You can come back with us. There's no point in staying here. Steve's initially like, but I can't. There's, like, so many more things I want to build. And then after, like, 5 seconds, he's like, okay, I'm going to go back to my normal shitty life. Like, what? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get what his character wants. And it doesn't help that for most of the movie, he doesn't have a character. He genuinely has no character for most of the movie. He's there to say Minecraft things and, like, help the other main characters figure out what to do. He doesn't have a character outside of, like, the beginning of the movie and the end of the movie. And it's so annoying. Like, why would he go back when he's so dissatisfied with his life? That genuinely makes no sense to me. And you know what's worse? Is that Steve is probably the best character in this movie. So let's get on to the rest of the characters and why they suck. Then we have the kid's sister. I don't care to remember her name. I'll probably remember it. She doesn't do anything in the movie outside of, like, the opening. Like, she's like, listen, my brother, we are now, our mom is dead, and she told us to live in this town, and you're going to go to, like, to school or whatever. It's like, she doesn't really have much of a presence in the beginning of the movie until she goes to the Minecraft world. And even then, she does nothing. Like, she genuinely does nothing. Like, when she is there, she does nothing. And it is annoying. Because you could do something with her. You could do something with every character in this movie, but they don't do anything with any characters in this movie. I think she... No, I was gonna say she gets it the worst, but there's another character who gets it the worst. Throughout, like, the first half of the second act of the movie, she wants to, like, protect her brother and, like, Fair. And then after her brother gets upset at her for wanting to make sure he's safe, which doesn't make sense, but I'll talk about that in a bit as well. And when everyone shames her for being like, you want your brother to be safe, you're a bad person, she kind of just does nothing for the rest of the movie, and her arc is learning how to fight, I guess. But, like, it spends, like, literally only 2 minutes on that. Why can't this movie get anything right? Why can't this movie get anything right? She just does nothing. She does nothing throughout the movie. Why is she here? I guess I get why she's here, because she's, like, the sister of, like, the main kid character, so I get it. I get why she's here. But she does nothing. So why have her here when she doesn't add anything to the story? And that could be said for the next character, and that's Danielle Brooks' character. It really sucked to see how sidelined she was. Like, going into the movie, I barely saw... I just remembered the two, they're both of their names, Nat and Dawn. Throughout the movie, or, like, throughout the trailers, I didn't see anything, like, I didn't see much with Danielle Brooks' character and the kid's sister. I'm not going to call them my Nat and Dawn. I'm not going to do that. I didn't see anything with them in the marketing, and I was, like, thinking, are they even going to have a big role at all? And just like Nat, Dawn gets fucking sidelined. But unlike Nat, Dawn does not have a motivation at all. She just feels like she's along for the ride. Like, I know nothing about her. Why is she here? I know I said that about the kid's sister, but I can understand why she's here. If you don't have a motivation for your character to be on the journey, then why have them in the story? You're basically adding more time to something when you didn't need to have it. She's basically useless to the plot, and it sucks because Danielle Brooks is an amazing actress. But she does nothing. The only thing she really does is come back with a dog army in the end to fight the piglins, but that's really it. It's really upsetting given how great of an actress she is. Like, if you've not seen her in The Color Purple, watch it, I guess. But I'd prefer the original The Color Purple. Like, I'd only recommend the 2023 version of the movie for Danielle Brooks and Coleman Domingo. That's, like, the only reason I would recommend the movie. And it just upsets me that they had a great actress wasted. Then there's Jason Momoa's character, the Garbage Man. He does a decent job at acting, but this is nowhere near his best performance. I'd probably say it's his weakest performance that I've seen personally. And if you have to ask what his best performance is, you already know the answer, so why are you even asking? But, like, he also has so much wasted potential. Like he was a video game star back when he was a kid in the 80s. That's barely in the plot outside of the opening, which, by the way, the first act of this movie is slow as fuck. Genuinely nothing happens in the first, like, 25 to 30 minutes of this 100-hour movie. Like, the first act is so fucking obnoxious with how long it is. It feels like it takes up half the movie. And I was like, can we please just get to the adventure already? I want to move on. But yeah, essentially he was a really famous, like, video game player back in the 80s. But yeah, that's basically the entire setup for his character. in the beginning. And like I said, they do nothing with it. Like, I can't believe I'm gonna give this movie a compliment. But Pixels uses the whole, yes, I was really good at video games when I was younger plotline far better than this movie. If I'm complimenting Pixels, then you know that this movie is not good. I think a lot of, like, the thing in this movie is, like, with his characters, like, he's supposed to be, like, the cool guy. But I don't think he's cool at all. I don't think he's cool at all. He's pathetic. He's just kind of pathetic. He can't, like, run his business well. He's still trying to cling on to his success that he had back in the day. And he is just an overall, like, just loser character throughout the movie. I get that they were that they were trying to, like, show off. Yeah, he's basically a loser who tries to pretend he is cool, but it's I don't know if it's, like, working or if it's not working, because I just see him as a giant loser who has no life, no friends, and before you even say anything, that is basically how the character is treated in the movie. I remember, like there was, like, a dramatic sacrifice at the Woodland Mansion, and Jason Momoa's character was like, go on without me. I'm going to do right for the wrongs I did. Which was literally just like, it was basically like, I want to go to the Redstone mine so I can get some diamonds so I can basically save my store from closing down. Like, that's his plot line. That's his story. Like, that's what he did wrong. And then he basically, like, did a fake sacrifice. Like, I knew he was not going to die because, again, this is a movie for babies. And when I saw that he came back in the end, I was like, wow, I do not care. Because I knew you were coming back right as you implied that you were going to sacrifice yourself to save the party. It's so hilariously predictable that it just hurts. It's like, why? Why even do the dramatic sacrifice if it does nothing for the story? Yeah, I don't like Jason Momoa's character in this. But he's not the worst character. I think that the worst character in the movie is the kid. The kid sucks. And I'm not going to criticize his acting because this is a kid. This is a child. I'm not going to criticize a child for acting badly. But I've been in theater productions. And I've seen kids, probably around his age, give some genuinely really good performances. So to see him just basically, like, sleepwalk his way through the movie in terms of, like, acting, I was just not impressed. And seeing how basically this kid was, like, the main character of the entire movie, I was like just so annoyed with him. I was so annoyed, and the worst thing is that he has the worst dialogue in the entirety of the movie. He has the worst dialogue in the whole movie, and I'm not even joking. And his writing in general is so stupid. Like, oh yes, I make jetpack, which for some reason has not been invented up to this point by literally the smartest people in the world, yet a fucking 14-year-old made a jetpack in his school lab in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, Idaho. And then he makes, like, a tater tot launcher, which was so stupid on its own. And he puts, like, boots of swiftness on an iron golem. And that's it. That's, like, how far they take his creativity. If I was here, I would have gone freaking nuts. I would have gone crazy with all the stuff I could do. I would have probably made a fucking lightsaber before I made a tater tot launcher. But whatever. I guess that would be breaking copyright laws.
Intellectual property, whatever that means.
But yeah, they basically barely use his creativity in the movie, and it's just such a wasted effort for a character who's supposed to obviously be the creative one. And later on in the movie, when he learns that Jason Momoa is like, I need this money to save my store, and I'm not actually cool, I'm actually a loser. He's like, you are the most selfish, worst person in the world. Like if you were like if he was like a little kid, then I would believe it. But this kid's in high school. This kid's in fucking high school. He's basically just pretending that Hitler did not exist, just to tell Jason Momoa, yeah, you're the worst person I've ever met in my life. It is just beyond stupid. It's like, why are you so upset that this guy wants to save like the one thing he has? Like I get why he's like, why did we do this? Why did we take this detour? My sister may be in trouble. But he could have like he could have just like went with his sister if he was actually that concerned for her safety, and then the gay couple could have went to go get the diamonds and then go to the Woodland Mansion. They could have done that and not have this stupid melodrama, but whatever. Like, that's all the characters in the movie. Oh yeah, I forgot about the main villain. I didn't write anything about her in my notes here, but I'll talk about her real quick. I did not know that we were going to have a main villain going into this movie, because the trailers barely even show or like even like imply that there is going to be a villain in the movie. And then when I saw her, I was like, I thought you would be stronger. I thought you were going to be more than just like some mage, but whatever. Her like motivation for basically like blocking out the sun on the overworld is that there was like a America's Got Talent like competition in the Nether. I think they literally called it Nether's Got Talent in the movie, where she was dancing to Pig Step by Lena Raine, and the piglins were like, that dancing fucking sucks, we're gonna bully you for that. And then her dad was like, go mine gold in the mines. Children yearn for the mines. And that's what turned her evil, I guess. And that's what basically told her, you know what? I'm going to block out the sun from the overworld. It is it is beyond stupid. It is just so idiotic that it's honestly kind of incredible. I don't know, man. This movie makes no sense. Yeah, that's basically all the characters. I think I have like only a few more things to say, and most of it is now how this movie acts as an adaptation of Minecraft. It doesn't act as an adaptation very well. Like, it does like adapt things, I'd say fine on a surface level. If you're like a surface level Minecraft fan, if you don't play the games too often, you've played Minecraft like a combined total of like 20 hours or whatever, you'd probably think it's a good adaptation, but it's not a good adaptation whatsoever, because there's little things that add up to me being like, this makes no sense. Did the director even play Minecraft before he even started working on the movie? Like the fact that Steve has elytras, despite the fact that the end is not brought up a single time. They could be saving that for Minecraft Movie 2, and I sincerely hope that there won't be a Minecraft Movie 2. Mid-editing Krimsin here. Great job, me, for predicting the future. Because I can only take so much of the Minecraft movie for one lifetime. I don't need Minecraft Movie to mine to craft. There's like other things about like Steve making a pink wool house on his first night, even though pink wool sheep are exceedingly rare to find. Like I've played Minecraft like a combined total of probably like 1,000 hours, and I've only seen like a pink sheep like twice. Oh yeah, there's another scene. In the Woodland Mansion, the kid finds an Enderman, and the Enderman, like, for some reason, when the kid looks into the Enderman's eyes, sees visions of his friend saying, "You're awful, I don't like you. Get out of here, you stupid dumb animal. And I was like, Endermen are not able to do that. Please correct me if I'm wrong. If Endermen are able to do this in any like Minecraft media that I've not seen, like where they have that ability, please let me know, because I would love to be proven wrong. I think there's a few other things. Oh yeah, there's a potion that the piglins have that basically prevent them from zombifying, which basically means if they go into the overworld, they start to like become zombies. And the Chungus guy says, "We only have a limited supply." And then the villain's like, "I don't know, spread it around or something." And they basically do that, despite the fact that there's easily millions of piglins that just come rushing out of the portal. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing, movie? I thought that they had a limited supply. Why am I seeing like an entire entire army of piglins just storm out of this portal? I don't even know. I think I'd like genuinely call this movie like it's like the FNAF movie, kind of, where it's like a movie for fans and nobody else. Like with the FNAF movie, you can watch it and kind of get the gist. Like, they at least explain things, even if they don't explain things really well, and they kind of deviate from, like, an adaptational standpoint. And I can forgive the FNAF movie on this, because, like, it's a different take on the FNAF story. But with Minecraft, I can't really forgive it, because Minecraft doesn't have a story. And all of the adaptational changes are things that are in gameplay, which the FNAF movie didn't have. So still, it fails as an adaptation for fans, because there's very clear gameplay changes and, like, oddities that make no sense. And, like, if I took someone who has never played Minecraft in their life to go see this movie, they would probably be so confused. Like, why would a water bucket break the fall of these people? Why are blocks floating? Why can they just build things super quickly? Like, if I showed this movie to someone who's never even touched Minecraft, they would be so confused. And I saw old people in my audience, in my screening, so, like, I know that these people were super confused. They just went because their kids wanted to see, which, honestly, grandparenting. But also, I would be so confused watching the movie, man. Like, the movie would be, like, so much worse if I didn't know what any of this stuff meant. I think that this movie is kind of, at the end of the day, is kind of pointless. Like, there didn't need to be a Minecraft movie. Like, this was just one of those things that sounded fun in concept, but in execution, it just doesn't work. It's just a pointless movie to me. Like, I don't see the point in there being a Minecraft movie when the games exist and they're just fine. You can play those and have a great time. But here, like, it's not a great time. Like I said in the beginning, there are things in this movie other things in this movie that are Minecraft related, outside of the sets, that I did unironically like. So I think I might as well talk about those. The Dan TDM showed up for 5 seconds and did nothing. That was cool, I guess.
Go make me a sandwich.
I don't know, man. I'm really grasping for straws here. Okay, no, wait. Yeah, there is one other thing that I did genuinely like, and it was the Technoblade tribute. As someone who has been in this community for a very long time, that tribute was like the one scene in the movie that I thought was really nice. And the one time while watching the movie where I was like, I liked this. I liked this moment. Okay, I have to admit something here. And I know that this is probably gonna make people not like me, but I used to really be a big fan of the Dream SMP. I know, I'm sorry, I really did. I don't support what some of the creators in that server are doing now, especially Wilbur, George, and Dream. I fucking hate those three. So yeah, I'm not a crazy Dream fanatic and as someone who did really like Technoblade and his content, that just really hit home for me. I felt so happy to see a genuinely amazing person get recognized in that way. I don't know, it made me feel emotional inside. I can't believe I'm saying that a Minecraft movie genuinely made me feel like emotion, but that's where we're at, and that's the power of Technoblade. And I just miss him, man. Life isn't fair. Sorry that the ending of this video had to like be kind of a downer a little bit, but yeah, I loved that moment. As brief as it was, I loved it. And I would not regret its inclusion in the movie at all. So, we're at the end of the video. I've been recording for 50 minutes. This is probably not going to be the actual time frame on that you're going to see, but I've been recording for 50 minutes. But the Minecraft movie is a movie that I think is extremely bad. Critically, I think it's a genuinely awful movie. But it's a movie that I nonetheless really enjoyed. I enjoyed my time watching this dumb fucking movie. I really did. I loved watching this movie. And I'm glad that this movie does exist for the memes and the theater experience and especially that Technoblade tribute. So, would I call it a worthless movie? No, not in the slightest. But it's definitely not good. I don't even know if I'm going to give this movie a number score, because, honestly, this movie is kinda... I don't know if this movie really does need a number score. So, yeah, I'm not going to give this movie a number score. I usually would give things a number score. I haven't given a number score to Dark Souls or Undertale. I just realized that. My two big review videos, and I did not give those games a score. 9.5 out of 10 and 10 out of 10. Easy. Anyways, so yeah, I'm not gonna give a Minecraft movie a number score. Because, honestly, this movie is way beyond a simple number score. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 10.